Sprinkles, 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 do you know what time it is?
It's time for destruction!
Don't you mean the Derby of? Welcome to Season 2 of Derby of Destruction. Things are shaking up a little this season as we've completely redesigned the arena and we've changed up most, if not all, of the traps. The flame trap makes a comeback, but Mjolnir has been tweaked both in function and in placement. A new trap has appeared, the grab trap, which will randomly throw anyone that gets a little too close to him. But I think before we get into that lovely destruction action, why don't we take a closer look at who's going to be competing tonight. The first spot from Red Team this season is called the Knight. His shield on the front is made from blast doors and heavy armor, which lets it function as both a weapon and a shield. This is a newly designed chassis and it is much wider than any of the previous spots. And here is the Hammer Toss, who will be fighting for Green Team. This is another very wide, original chassis, and its main weapon are the bars that you see along the top, which are attached to rotors. Its secondary weapon is a spear made out of blast doors that's on the front tip.
Yes, no, the Knight looks very interesting. It seems that there's been a thing going around where the actual pistons don't add that much to the impact, and it's actually the acceleration of the box, so this is an interesting take on that. The hammer throw also has a little bit of that, as well as rotors, which we don't really see. And they're supposed to detach? I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I don't think it'll be that effective. I don't think there's quite enough force on them, but it should definitely be interesting. But I think it's time to get to the action.
And here we go. It is the first match of the first episode of Season 2. Are you excited for this, Sprinkles?
I am extremely excited, Bartleby. This new map should be... Yeah, those are some damn fine engineering. And you know what? That is engineering done in space. So, I mean, there's that.
Space engineering. It's more than I can do on Earth.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Now, that hammer's... Just in general, there is so much less room... God, that is very bizarre. There's so much less room.
That's a strange maneuver.
These bots are going to be hugging each other because they're not going to have another choice. And I hope that'll be entertaining.
It's deal with each other, deal with the traps. And honestly, I would rather take my chances with what I'm going to call the green space butterfly as opposed to Mjolnir. Or Mjolnir's brother.
I think Mjolnir just moved. Seems to kind of just go where the wind blows. Or in this case, the solar wind?
That might be the least effective weapon we've ever seen. He's about to be caught on fire. Ooh.
He was actually about a few seconds away from being caught on fire. You were definitely right, probably. Now there's just a bunch of rotors sticking out the top of his bot.
Yeah, all he has left is that spear point on the front, which I think is made out of blast doors, which makes it still very dangerous. I mean, if either one of these connects with each other on the side or in the back, it could be trouble.
Yeah, it should also be noted that he does have more armor on the side, while Red Car does have more armor on the front.
Well, somehow that happened. He took off the suspension too, not just the wheel.
Yeah, that was a thing. That was, yeah, no, we'll go with the thing.
Alright, he's spinning around. It looks like he only has the four wheels and steering on the front. Not really like a car. It's not like he can back up and twist around a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't think this man got no three-point turn under that. Not at all.
And there's no ass crap to save him this time. Oh, but there's fire. The second time, the space butterfly's almost been incinerated.
I mean, maybe we should start calling him the space moth. You know, moth to a flame.
Oh. And, oh my god, I think...
Oh
yeah, he exploded his cockpit on top of the hammer.
That was
That's the first round.
Attack.
Hammer agrees. Is that the exact same klaxon sound from last season?
Do you know how much work that was to get? I think we'd really only use it in one season? Come on. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, budget.
Yeah, and it should be noted about the elevator. Now, each of our entrances has had a risk. The Season 1's entrance, it closed again. So, as we saw in one of the episodes, one of the first episodes, I believe you got crunched. If you're too far off to the side, you will just get a part of your bot sheared off. Kind of hoping that happens. Also should be noted that Mjolnir is a lot less potent But that doesn't make him less dangerous. Just means it's not an
Yeah, because
insta-kill.
he's an ever-present threat. He's there all the time, so you're much more likely to run into him.
Yeah,
Oh, like that, almost.
I'm pretty sure Green is hitting himself about as much as he's hitting any other solid surface. I don't actually think he's hit red yet.
Yeah, those other things are fairly useless. They're cool, and they're... Oh! Into the gravity trap, and he grounds across
Oh
the
my...
ground. That's it. He's dead.
That was amazing!
That was very exciting.
Now, I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. If it was not intentional, man, that is a horseshoe stuck so far up his ass he's tasting iron. If it was intentional, damn, good move.
Yeah, that grab trap was... All of a sudden, the orange car was upside down and then just got thrown. The best he could have hoped for there was a down. But he's out for blood.
It is a very odd threat. With at least the flame trap, you know when you're coming up to it that it's on, obviously. Because it's fire. The hammer... Not going to say anything more on that one, but the grab trap is like a silent, invisible threat. It's one of those things where if it's on and you're not quite prepared for it, it could be very disastrous, as we've seen. But it also does turn off, which means you could think you're safe, but it could be just about to turn on. I want to see that grab trap happen in some horrifying manner. I really do.
Circling around the new hammer.
It should also be noted that
it
seems like most cars do fit under that arm now.
Oh, they don't fit under the
That
head.
was dumb. That was dumb.
He's getting thrown around
And now
again.
Red is just trying to push him back in, just, you know, get him into something dangerous.
Oh!
I think that was gravity
Red gets
assist
hit
right
back.
there, too. That looked like he got a lot more air than he should have. I believe that was a really lucky gravity pulse.
Something like that.
What is this, a 16-point turn?
Yeah. Oh! My god.
That was a turn. A turn for the
Oh, they're
worst.
both actually destroyed, so that would be a point for both teams, which means that green team wins because they reached 3 points first. Wow. I don't think it's ever happened. Well, I guess that just about wraps up the first episode of Season 2. A bit of a bummer that it ended in 3 episodes, but there's definitely a lot of carnage and destruction. The hammer tossing wasn't the most effective thing in the world, I guess, but he did secure the win, and that's what matters. And what? Would you stop that? I'm trying to get some work done.
Yeah, and I'm trying to test out the hammer throw.
What do you mean test it out?
Come here.
Come where?
Yeah, I tested out the hammer, and now I'm testing out everything else.
Oh god. Don't you try to throw me around, I'll throw you around.
Fuck? Why are you so stable?
I am a solid mountain of casting. You are the weak understudy and you will earn your place.
Oh Jesus. I feel like I've got hydraulics. Except it's just a very angry Bartleby. This is with brakes on.
I'll show you a break. Don't you tell me what I can and can't do.
Oh, God. Okay, so he just did this. He literally destroyed Mjolnir. But on the serious, yes, he has been able to do that since, what, episode 6?
Yeah, for about 2 weeks now. It's a bug. We should send in a bug report, but I don't want to because it's cool.
Yeah, now if you look at me... You just destroyed the gravity, too! Well, I was going to show you me not being able to do that, but apparently we don't get to. But yes, his inventory is probably mostly empty. We don't understand what's going on. But that is in more carnage for the Derby of Destruction. Woo!